Okay, I was actually going to take this week off from posting a video on YouTube, but I've decided to jump on here because it is Sunday morning. Dan and Alessi have gone to a party and I've just had enough stillness and quiet to do some thinking, and I thought we would chat about it. It's honesty time, folks. FYI, that looks really pretty. While it looks really pretty, that's going to really annoy me come editing, I know it. But we'll roll with it. I'm starting to feel burnout creeping in around the edges. That's a bit of a lie. I've felt it for the last couple of months and I have not taken my own advice and I have completely ignored it, which is why I'm feeling frazzled as heck now. So I've spoken a bit in the past about burnout and how I've experienced it a few times, and how last time when I experienced burnout, I had created this massive hamster wheel for myself that I couldn't escape. And then I tilted the business and I rebranded as the Eco Tree, and I had this very fixed idea and why behind what I was doing. I even journaled about it. I have pages about my why, which I read last night to myself, and it made me cry because I have veered so far off course from that. It's unbelievable. Oh, that made me well up a little bit. Yeah, I veered off course and it sucks. So I've decided to get myself back on course, and the only way to do that is to do it. So I've looked head on at what I've created for myself, which this time, bizarrely, is not one giant hamster wheel, which was Etsy before, but now I have 3 smaller hamster wheels. And I can get off them, but instead of just being a hamster on this huge wheel before, and I just kept going and couldn't get off, I am now jumping from one hamster wheel to another, constantly trying to keep them moving, and it's exhausting. I can't find the words. For handmade makers, if you have an Etsy shop or any kind of shop for that matter, this time of year that we're about to go into, quarter 4, is one of the busiest times of year. Business owners will often make the majority of their money at this time alone, and because income can be like this, often you rely on that peak of money to get you through the trough that comes afterwards. So to turn my back on this busiest time of the year seems a little bit scary. I have to keep reminding myself that I have created 2 other forms of income, so I don't have to worry so much about that, and that this is what I wanted. I wanted to build myself a business that I could ebb and flow from as I needed to. So I'm trying to lean into this, but as you can tell, there is some resistance. You've got to remember that Etsy has been my sole business for a long time, and I'm having to relearn how I do things. So taking my foot off the gas at this time of year seems so wrong. So wrong that it's making me feel very nervous. But that is the plan. I am going to launch the few items that I've made next week, and there won't be any more until next spring. And I already have my collection planned for next spring because I have an idea of what I want to make and who I want to make it for. I can't even remember if I've already mentioned this, so apologies if I have. The current course that I have, it's just a Udemy course and it's for beginners. So although I need to update that, I was also going to create a deeper dive course for people who are more established on the platform. And I was going to be sharing more of the stuff that I know. I can't do that at the moment. It's just too much. One day, yes, I will absolutely love to, but I can't even keep the Udemy course updated as often as it needs to be. So I need to focus on that. I need to, because it's been on the to-do list for too long. So the plan is, after the Etsy items are up, to get that done, to get that course updated. I have even thought about moving it onto Teachable, because I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of seeing other YouTubers who I suspect have taken the course, which, bearing in mind, on Udemy you pay for like nothing more than like what, $10 for a course, and I'm lucky if I get half of that. And I've seen a few people that I'm pretty sure have YouTube channels here. They take the course and get a refund, which is fair enough if it's not for you, and then repeat the things that I have said in their videos. Okay then. And it just feels that if I moved it onto Teachable and charged what it's worth, or what it will be worth when it's updated, you would see fewer people doing that. You can never weed out copycats. It's just part of working on the internet, unfortunately. But it weeds out the more opportunistic ones. Opportunistic? Is that the word that I cannot say this week? That sounds right. I'm going to go with it. At the moment, the course is up on Udemy. It is in dire need of being updated. There's nothing in there that is detrimental to your shop, but there are some things that just will do nothing now, and so that information needs to come out, because at worst it's a waste of time. So although I have thought about taking it down altogether and then moving it onto Teachable, I've decided not to do that because I want to thank the people who have supported me over the years by taking the course. So anybody who's taken the course in the past, you will receive an email saying, here are your updates, and then you'll be able to see them. And then I might move it. It's not a big deal. I knew when I put the course up on Udemy that this was going to happen. It's a renowned thing. I mean, copying, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, what you sell, what you do, or how you do it, this happens. So, as my dad said, I should probably see it as a compliment. And as I told him, it's a very weird one, but okay. But my point to you is that I had plans for that, and those plans are also changing because it's occurred to me that I need to get back on track with my original why, and that was to create space for myself, to be able to breathe and not have to be constantly doing this the whole time, unless I wanted to, unless I had the energy to. Sorry guys, this wasn't, I don't want this, I need to trim that. So yes, that's kind of where I'm at. And it means I'm having to rip out chunks of my current plan and bin them. Etsy, the course. YouTube, I do not. I still genuinely love this channel. And in fact, it was that has kind of brought all of this to a head, because I don't want to start feeling burnt out and not want to make videos. I don't want it to get to that point. So some realigning, that's what I need to do. Why am I telling you all this? Well, honestly, because I want to make some more videos here that aren't just borderline clickbaity videos for search. Because sometimes I want to make videos that I hope will share some information that will help you with your own businesses. And sometimes I just want to make videos that are more, I hate the word vlog. I don't know why, because that's exactly what it is. It's like a studio vlog where it's a bit like a diary. And I also am desperate to start doing some refashion videos again. I used to do those a lot. This thing, this piece of fabric, this is a curtain, and I really want to try and make something. And the reason why it's been hanging on my mannequin for months is because it's I've been saving it for autumn. And I was looking at it the other day thinking, I don't think I'm going to have time to make anything with that this autumn. And that made me feel really sad. So I don't want to say no to these things. I feel like I'm saying no to a lot of things that I want to say yes to, and saying yes to a lot of things that I want to say no to. And if that's not misalignment, I don't know what is. So that is why I'm telling you this, because maybe being a little bit honest and saying, I know what I need to do to make my business next level. However, I'm human, and knowing what to do and making sure that I do it are two different things. And I have not had the time or the energy to do what I need to do, because I have created these hamster wheels that I have been madly running around, keeping them all spinning. So, yeah. My goals haven't changed. I still have a plan of how I want my Etsy shop to look and be, and I'm still heading there. I still want to have a course for Etsy, which I consider to be my signature course. I'm still going to head there. And I still want to build this channel to something. And I think that's probably the goal that I am most on track with. But I have to remember that the whole point of this channel and my business was that I wanted to show people that you could do these things in a sustainable way. And when I say sustainable, I don't just mean eco-friendly. That is kind of my thing, although that's probably something that I have talked about the least in all of this. That really is a video for another day. But when I speak of sustainability in business, I'm talking about eco-friendly and what is sustainable for you financially, time-wise, energy-wise, and I feel like I'm not being an example of that right now. Basically, I will reach my goals. It might take me a little bit longer to get there this way, but I've always been okay with that. I think I've got sucked into the whole hustle culture a little bit, and that has never worked out well for me. I don't think it works out well for anyone in the long term. You might disagree with me on that. That is completely fair enough, but it's just not. It's not how I do things. It's not how I flourish as a person. And yeah, I have just gone way off course. So I need to bring it back. If you have felt even slightly similar now or at any time, then I see you. I appreciate you, and maybe this video that I did on burnout will help. I watched it myself because clearly I need reminding on what to do and what not to do when these feelings come in. And on that note, I will see you again next week. And I promise I will be a bit sparkier or something. I will wash my hair at the very least. I promise you that.